Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 1st to the 15th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Scorpio. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Okay, just give me a minute to take it all in. At the center of it all, Scorpio, is the Page of Cups. I love that for you. So you're represented by the cups. You're a water sign, right? Represented by the cups in the minor arcana. So the Page of Cups coming through, being at your heart, meaning that this is going to be a very exploratory, very creative, very intuitive time for you. Just like think of the way children exist in the world. And that's going to be one of your greatest talents during this time. You're also going to find that inspiration, intuition, like knowledge from spirit comes to you in the most unlikely of places, through the most unlikely of spaces. You're like, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. And then all of a sudden everything starts to click, it starts to line up, and you'll feel empowered, you'll feel emboldened, you'll look at things in a different way. You start looking at yourself in a different way, which is awesome. And now the challenge here is that a lot of your energy is being wasted. And I don't mean that meanly. It's just what the cards are saying, that with the Seven of Wands, it feels like I always have to fight, right? I always have to be on guard. I have to fight. I have to defend what it is that I stand for, what it is that I want, or getting to where it is that I want to be. That's it. Getting to where it is that I want to be, it has to be a fight. Somebody's always going to try to take it from you, make it harder for you. So just be mindful of that energy, because Spirit is saying stand up for what you believe in. Absolutely. But do not step into the realm of fighting and of chaos, because it drains your energy faster than anything. It's like leaving your phone on, turned up to brightness, with the flashlight on, everything, it will just drain you and drain you. So just be mindful about that. It will also keep a lot of positive energy coming to you, because everything feels like a battle. And you'll see that. You'll see that with the way that you'll say things. Oh my gosh, it will be such a battle to be able to do X, Y, Z. And it's these little things to take care of yourself. It's these little things that you want to do for you, but you're so done with the battles that everything, Scorpio, starts to feel like a battle because of everything that you've been through. So show yourself grace and show yourself kindness. That's going to be really important as well. It moves us there to where we need to focus. And that is the Ace of Swords. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is handing you a gift around your voice, around the filling of your lungs, around the empowerment of what you're saying, of what you're thinking, and how you're expressing yourself in the world. Now, this could be a gift of a meditation that helps you, like helps your breathing, right? This could be in a gift of a creativity that comes your way, or, a holiday, or something that sparks your creativity. But it's also that you have power within your voice. Your voice is powerful, and you're being handed a gift of also knowledge. You take things in, you soak it in like a sponge. Knowledge, intuition, passion guides you forward during this time. It moves us then to the energy that is moving away. Very interesting. The Ace of Pentacles. I see this more as you're moving out of a time of where you planted a lot of seeds. You've planted a lot of seeds, a lot of ways that things need to move forward, or a lot of expectations that you have had. And now it's like, okay, I'm done planting these seeds. This is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe. And a lot of times when we have these gifts come in, it's very funny because we can feel like this is the time where these gifts were the most challenging within me. So you might have been going through a time where finances were challenging. This is a time where you might not feel like your voice even matters, like anybody's even listening to you. It's like, okay, I'll just stop talking because nobody cares type of thing. But you're going to see that there is such power to you, that your words hold more weight. Especially, I'm just seeing there's a little kid who's really listening to you. They listen a lot more than they let on. Okay, so just be aware of that. There's somebody there who you're talking to, and it feels like you're yelling at a brick wall. You're not. They're taking it in. So just be aware of that. With the Ace of Pentacles, again, we're leaving a place of gifts coming in, but even not being aware of them. What we're doing is we're leaving a place of feeling like I have to plant, I have to work really hard, I have to keep on pushing XYZ in order to get the prosperity that I want. It moves us then to the strength, and this is the Eight of Cups. During the first half of June, your strength, Scorpio, is going to be walking away from what is toxic to you. It's going to be walking away from things you don't want anymore. You thought you'd love it, but you don't like it. It's kind of like when you order something at a restaurant and you get it and you start to eat it and you're like, I don't like it. And you've paid the money for it. And so you'll eat it, gosh darn it, and you'll pretend to enjoy it, but you don't like it and you'll never order that meal again. That's what this is like. This is an ending that has taught you a lesson. And also, the Eight of Cups, this can be an ending as severe as a divorce. You can find, or, a leaving a place of business that you've been in for a while. It doesn't have to be that severe, but it's also an end of a mindset, a end of lack. It's an end of putting yourself last and thinking that everybody else matters more than you. So that's going to be really important here. It's not what is the word I'm looking for? It's not denying our responsibilities. It's not, not taking care of the people around us. I believe that that's a sacred duty. But here with the Eight of Cups, it's also realizing that you matter. And it brings us then to the energy that we're stepping into. We've planted the seeds, right? Now it's the hard work that comes into play. And I know what you're going to be saying because I'm just feeling it right now so strongly. It's like, are you kidding me, Dane? I have been working so hard. I have been pushing and I have been working and I have been building and I have been trying and trying and trying. And here with the Eight of Pentacles, this is focusing on the details that are important to you. This is looking at the little things and it's growing it. It's having, it's having a fine hand, meaning that there's a gentleness to the way that you are molding things, to the way that you are growing things, to the way that you are building things forward. And it's going to fill you with the most beautiful of music. So here with the Eight of Pentacles, it's hard work, it's dedication. You're going to be working really hard during the first half of June, but most likely it's not even going to feel like work. You have the repeat of the number 8 here. And that is a very logical, practical, hardworking number. It's being very kind of like, down to earth. It's a very Saturn number to me, meaning that it's all about getting things done, moving things forward, working, going after. So just be aware of that. You have the repeat of the number 1 with the aces, and that is leadership coming forward as well. Then there is the advice for this time. Yeah, there we go. Those are the 3 8s. I was like, where's the other 8? Here it is. Here it is. The 8 of Wands is that the advice is that everything is going to move very quickly during the first half of June. So be aware of that it can feel like I'm not even catching my breath, right? Everything's working, everything's moving, pushing harder, going after. So just be aware of that. Even if you want to slow things down, there's still an energy, like a very intense, very passionate energy around this time that just makes things move quickly. So just be aware of that. The environment with the Nine of Swords is worry. All right. It doesn't mean that you have to be worried. You might be looking at this and being like, oh, I'm not worried about anything. Like there's nothing big here that I have to worry about. But what the Nine of Swords is saying is that you've been in a place where worry has just become second nature, right? Worry, doubt, fear, chaos. And here, Spirit is saying, hey, be very mindful. Be very mindful of the worry taking over. Be not very mindful, because if we worry about worrying, we tend to worry more. But it's just this sense of chaos coming in. So with the Nine of Swords, be mindful about this, that the environment that we're in is that it's going to be very easy to fall into worry, to fall into doubt, to fall into questioning yourself, to look at things in a different way, to, think that you don't matter or what you're doing isn't good enough. No, what you're doing is exquisite. It moves us then to the hopes and the fears. And they play off each other. This is the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is worry. It is told that things are bad or this is going to happen or whatever, because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the Eight of Swords is a girl tied, hands bound behind her back, blindfolded, with swords all around her. She's told that she's trapped. She's in this cage. She can't break out. She can't, she shouldn't move, right? You can just imagine what's going on in her head. But the rope around her that's binding her, like that's tied her arms, is loose. She can get out of it, right? This is another 8, right? Now we have all the 8s come forward. She can get out of it. She can take the blindfold off her eyes and see, oh, wow, like there's a path that's leading out. I don't have to worry. Here, the angel is watching the feathers fall. And she can worry, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, what if we embrace our voice? We look at our hearts and we say, I'm moving forward, right? I'm going after what it is that I want. You're hardworking during this time, Scorpio. But the more you try to hold on, it's going to be like an eel, right? Or something like really slippery and slimy and kind of gross. Like it's like slime, right? The more you try to hold on to it, the more it's like goos away from you. So just be mindful about that during the first half of June. The more you hold on to things, the further they go from you. And here with the worry, you're in this energy of worry and fear because of everything that you've been through. Nobody would be like, oh, wow, why are you worrying and fearing? It's the natural response. Not worrying, not fearing makes you it's off. So here, show grace to yourself, show honor to yourself, and let yourself calm down. Now, that is really easy to say, and it's really hard to do. Now, you might need to go to an acupuncturist or go to a meditation group, or I like Gonstead chiropractor, who is just amazing. I've done chiropractic work my whole entire life. Like I've been to a chiropractor ever since I was I think 8 years old actually. And this is just so different. It is so different and it's so healing. So if you can, and I know it is a luxury, but if you can, I would highly recommend you go and see one, because if your nervous system is overrun and with fear and with doubt and with chaos here, that can really help. Acupuncture also can really help, or acupressure, which you can also find, things on YouTube to see where the acupressure points are if you want to do it yourself. And then the outcome is the Six of Cups. The outcome here is a connecting with your past in a way that I'm just getting an honoring of the ancestors, an honoring of a past that is sacred to you, because we were made up of our past, right? And it is a beautiful thing. It is not falling into, the negative side of this will be things were better when once upon a time, the past is this is that, or this happened in the past, I can never move forward. Here, it is an honoring of the past. It is an honoring of your creation. It is moving forward with grace within this world. And I love that for you. I think that is absolutely beautiful. And it's very you, Scorpio, because you live in a world that's very thinly, that can see through the veil. The veil is very thin for you. So there's an intuition, there's a otherworldliness to a Scorpio that people can find very unsettling. They're like, oh no, people have a hard enough time getting out of the clutches of, the temptations of this world, rather than being even remotely interested in the spirit world. So just be aware of that. It moves us then to spirit message, angels, and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the Blackbird, and it says the magical and unique qualities of your untapped potential are unfolding now, and they are. You're going to see yourself stepping into a way of being, like a force, into an understanding. Like your magic is coming forward during this time, Scorpio, and you're going to be looking at yourself in a very different way. And it's all untapped. It's like, wow, I didn't realize this. And you're going to keep on saying, like, I feel like I should be working harder. Like I should be pushing more. It shouldn't feel easy. And Spirit wants you to release that energy of it shouldn't feel easy. It shouldn't just flow. So just be aware of that, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. So here we have two. We have the third eye chakra, which is the purple, and we have the heart chakra, which is the green. So the purple here is clarity. And there's a greater insight, there's a greater clarity that's coming forward for you. You're going to be seeing things more crisply, more clearly, more through intuitive eyes. People will be like, well, how do you know? And you're like, well, I just know. It's like, I can't describe it. I just know it. And then with the inner child, this is the heart chakra coming through. And the heart chakra is connecting with your inner self. That's, again, like the honoring of your ancestors. But it's also giving yourself permission to embrace the things that you love, the things that give you joy, and knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect. How many times do you see kids like rip up their paintings because it wasn't perfect? But if they kept them, they would look back and be proud of what they saw. And so here, just knowing that for ourselves, it's like, be like the kid that keeps the pictures and gets to see the way that they've evolved, instead of the kid that rips them up because they weren't perfect enough and then stop trying. Or doesn't have anything to compare themselves against. It's like, oh, I just always could draw like this. And they know that it took hours and hours and hours, years of their lives perfecting that talent. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of during the first half of June. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Ace of Wands. Okay. And this is other people's passions, other people's fires. Okay, usurping your own passion and your own fire here, Scorpio. So just be mindful about that. It's like what they want becomes so much more, like it's so much more important than what you want, but like why? But like why? So let's see here with Spirit, because you have a gift of your fire and your creativity moving forward. This is just a person like usurping your own fire and your own passion and using that energy for themselves. Your subconscious spirit message is the goose. And it says, your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. And it's that belief in your dreams. It's that walking forward for yourself. It's choosing you, which is scary. A lot of times we are told that things really come together once you choose somebody else, right? Once this person comes into your life, or this situation comes into your life, or you've achieved this goal, then happiness comes. But it doesn't come until we choose ourselves. We choose that passion. And I think that's a beautiful energy. It's just such a calm energy that's moving forward. And you have three, even though one of them is a warning, but you have three gifts coming forward. You are thrice blessed during this time, though you are being warned not to give your passion, your fire, your creativity over to another. It moves us then to our subconscious chakra message. And this is the crown chakra. And this is spiritual awakening. You're seeing things so much more openly, so much more honestly, but you are connecting with spirit in a way that might be a little bit disconcerting, but it is a way that is very empowering for you. It moves us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of, and that's the Three of Swords. It is that you have been through a lot, and there is a healing that needs to be done, but you're not going to want to, right? Because there's this energy of like, if I just push through it, then it won't hurt anymore, right? The pain won't be there anymore. But it's when you sit with it, it's kind of like you cradle the baby, right? To get them to stop crying. Yes, you can let them, cry it out and all of that. But here it is that gentle touch where the feelings are hurt, or maybe not a baby, but like a kid is upset. They've been bullied in a schoolyard, right? Instead of saying to them, tough it up. And, they just kind of like harshly wipe away their tears and try to walk on and cry quietly in the corner. you give them a hug and you say, it's okay. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to cry. You know, let's talk about it, or I'm here to listen to you. And that's going to be very important here with the Three of Swords. It's that healing and that connection. And so here, what Spirit is saying is like, be mindful. You might have this energy come of like hurt and pain. And that's where there's this sense of like, if I'm over vigilant, if I try to protect myself all the time, or if I become aware of everything, then I can keep everything safe. And it's like, no, you just become exhausted. So just be mindful about this. And it's subconscious that this energy is coming forward. It moves us then, to the Seven of Swords. Okay, the repeat of the number 7 here. 7 is a truth number. 7 is also diving deeper into the essence and the creativity of it all, the spirituality of it all. And the Seven of Swords is a lie. So subconsciously, here, Scorpio, there's a lie that somebody has told you that has become like truth. You know, it's kind of like when somebody teases somebody and says, oh, you have big ears. And for some reason, they just stay with this idea that they have big ears, but they don't have big ears, or they have a big nose. And even if they do have a big nose, like, you know, come on, please, let's stop. Let's stop, like, you know, beating each other up over not fitting into perfection, whatever the heck that is. So here, it is a belief of a lie that has formed you, or like, I don't matter, or I'm not as creative as my sibling, or whatever it is. And it's like, no, it's wrong. It's wrong, or I can't be successful because. But your creativity leads you to your own success. Your way of connecting with Spirit and with others leads you to your own success. It might not be what other people want, right? It might not fall into the doctor, lawyer kind of category, and it might, but you're going to go about it differently, which can make you feel like the oddball out, right? And here, it's like, but these are your gifts that you were born with. Utilize them, because here is the time where you're going to see your voice, your symphony come through exquisitely. Yet it's going to be really funny. Others are going to be drawn to it. Others are going to be drawn to you, Scorpio. And yet you're going to be like, I don't hear it. I don't get it. You know, I don't get why this is such a lucky time. I feel like I'm going through so much. And people are like, but there is such wisdom to you. There's such grace to you. Okay. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of your positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed beginning of June. Bye.